After England defeated the French at the Battle of Bremule, Normandy was back in King Henry's hands. But 1 year later, his good fortune turned to tragedy. In 1120, his son and heir William Adelin died in a shipwreck. The future of Henry I's kingdom was in jeopardy. Henry desperately needed a new heir. With no legitimate sons left alive, he broke with tradition and chose his daughter, Matilda. Henry forced his barons to swear an oath to accept Matilda as queen. But when the king died, they broke their promise. England would not be ruled by a woman. Matilda's cousin Stephen saw his chance and claimed the throne. The crisis moved to the capital. At Westminster Abbey, Stephen was crowned king, but Matilda wanted what was hers. She was also lining up powerful supporters who would fight Stephen for her right to rule. Their conflict engulfed England in civil war. Fighting raged throughout the land. In 1141, everything focused on one of the kingdom's most strategic cities, Lincoln. Matilda's allies had commandeered the castle. But King Stephen was determined to take it back. He besieged the castle. Stalemate. As dawn broke on February the 2nd, everything was about to change. Matilda's half-brother, Robert of Gloucester, raced to break the siege. As Robert's forces approached Lincoln, Stephen's army turned away from the castle to face them. Robert could win Matilda the crown, but only if his army could win the day. Robert of Gloucester's forces approached Lincoln. Their task, to liberate the castle from King Stephen's siege. While behind Lincoln's walls, troops loyal to Matilda held the castle for the Empress. First, Robert's forces would stage an ambush to prevent enemy reinforcements from joining with King Stephen's army. Robert's men concealed themselves in a sheltered grove and lay in wait for the enemy.
Ich sua hessa aliata.
Each sail to foe!
Robert defeated the first column of Stephen's reinforcements, but he knew more were on the way.
Ich obey thine hess.
Ich tue so, du hättest.
Hessa zullen be ihr Herren. Hessa zullen be ihr Herren. Ich fortheth in hess. Hessa zullen be ihr Herren.
Fenders is in near big!
Aggressive postura! Jonas, Todol!
With more of Stephen's reinforcements eliminated, Robert was steadily undermining the siege.
Ermegan, Weben Gangande.
Ich obey thine hess. Ich tue so, du hättest.
Ich obey thine hess.
Ich sua hessa aliata. Hessa zullen be ihr Herren. Ich fortheth in hess. Ich obey thine hess. Ich tue so, du hättest.
Robert's men decimated King Stephen's reinforcements and were poised to break the siege. Continuing the push towards Lincoln, Robert sent in a large company of reinforcements to aid his vanguard.
Hessa zullen be ihr Herren.
To further weaken the siege, Robert would need to cut off Stephen's supplies. He targeted the nearby market town.
Fuse tolkes, ik kan do. Nuthan, Comathon.
None sleeping. We have a Hestus.
Ontifotas, Fereth. Tidwindleth, Fereth. Glidande ne hurtus nor never down. And Suitha, yes. Foliende Hestus. Ontifotas, Fereth.
down highwaymen! Hestes and on, bowmen!
And sweeter, yes, sir.
Ja, för det kärja, det fället stora hände, men av armes! Utan man nicket! Hestes kommer, Chilens!
Så det här.
Rallying to Matilda's cause, a large group of knights arrived at Lincoln to bolster Robert's army. With the market town in ruins, King Stephen's supplies began to dwindle.
Kommer, här är hästes nu. Till dwindle.
Robert received word that Welsh troops under Matilda's banner were en route to join forces with him. But King Stephen had the roads to Lincoln heavily guarded, and the route was not without risk, even for the hardy Welshmen.
Certes! Alles with it! Ut readeth nu, Tulkas. Duce is Namburden. Andente to serve.
The field has been asses upon us!
Archonitas! Ja! Duce is Namburden.
Making their way to Lincoln, Matilda's Welsh allies were ambushed by the king's soldiers. Robert's men would need to aid the Welsh if they wanted their help in breaking the siege.
Ich liebe zu hier.
Joining forces on the road to Lincoln, Matilda's allied troops made for the castle to lift the siege.
Hjälp mig borta!
Men av armes travel to dawn, men av
It is Sita for Duce is Namburden.
men av armes färres stor ände, men av armes
Ja, du är kät. Jag kan förändra dig nu.
Obeisance. Certes! Fuse to servant. Thine hestis. Ik rider forth. Lucca jou beeth I ready, frekkes. At mina worde verre. I shall lede jou. Andente to servant. Forthwarde frekkes. Mit baldenes. Ich live to hear him. Ut readeth nu, Tulkas. Alles with it. he shall lede jou. Alles witte. Dute is nan bordenne.
Jeffe mea bot. Quaro, sir. Heriende hestes nu. Boa is the boon. Jeffe mea bot. I kan do. Habe mi bow. Verende.
Yetteth he ready for Hestes. Fuse to servant. Obeisance is ane athu, an are to hear. Thine Hestes. It is Sita for Admina Worda Fereth. Ut readeth nu, Tulkas. Andente to servant.
Robert's forces spotted a large detachment of Stephen's soldiers guarding the castle gates. If they hoped to liberate Lincoln, they would need to break the blockade and rout the army. Robert's forces scattered the king's army, leaving the gates to the castle unguarded.
Forthwarde, Fetches, mit Baldenes! Admina Worda Fereth. He shall live. Ut readeth nu, Tulkas.
Robert's men finally united with Lincoln's garrison. They could now use the castle to strengthen their army. To lift the siege, they needed to destroy the enemy camps surrounding the castle.